Hello everyone, welcome to the session of Cloud Computing with MVSR Libre. The topics covered in this video are history of cloud computing, why the name cloud, what is cloud computing, and why cloud computing. Let's begin with the history of cloud computing. Before emerging of the cloud computing, there was a client-server computing, which is basically a centralized storage in which all the software applications, all the data and all the controls are resided on the server side. If a single user wants to access specific data or run a program, he or she needs to connect to the server and then gain appropriate access. And then he or she can do his or her business. Later, distributed computing came into picture, where all the computers are networked together and share their resources when needed. At around in 1961, John McCarthy suggested in a speech at MIT that computing can be sold like a utility, just like water or electricity. It was a brilliant idea, but like all brilliant ideas, it was ahead of its time. As for the next few decades, despite interest in the model, the technology was simply not ready for it. But of course, time passed and the technology caught the idea. In 1999, Salesforce.com started delivering of applications to users using a simple website. The applications were delivered to enterprises over the internet. And this way, the dream of computing sold as utility were true. In 2002, Amazon started Amazon Web Services, providing services like storage, computation, and even human intelligence. However, only starting with the launch of the Elastic Compute Cloud in 2006, a truly commercial service open to everybody existed. In 2009, Google Apps also started to provide cloud computing enterprise applications. Of course, all the big players are present in the cloud computing evolution. Some were earlier, some were later. In 2009, Microsoft launched Windows Azure, and companies like Oracle and HP have all joined the game. This proves that today, cloud computing has become mainstream.
Let's now know about why it has been named cloud. The term cloud came from a network design that was used by network engineers to represent the location of various network devices and their interconnection. The shape of this network design was like a cloud, and so it was named cloud. So, what is cloud computing? Cloud is just a metaphor for the internet. Cloud computing is actually defined as storing and accessing of data and computing services over the internet. It doesn't store any data on your personal computer. It is the on-demand availability of computer services like servers, data storage, networking, databases, etc. The main purpose of cloud computing is to give access to data centers to many users. Users can also access data from a remote server. Some of the examples are Azure, Google Cloud, AWS, etc. Let's learn cloud computing with an example. Whenever you travel through a bus or train, you take a ticket for your destination and hold back to your seat till you reach your destination. Likewise, other passengers also take tickets and travel in the same bus with you, and it hardly bothers you where they go. When your stop comes, you get off the bus thanking the driver. Cloud computing is just like that bus, carrying data and information for different users and allows to use its services with minimal cost. Wondering why do we need to know about cloud computing? Well, there's a lot of increase in computer and mobile users, and so data storage has naturally become a priority in all fields. Large and small scale businesses today thrive on their data, and they spend a huge amount of money to maintain this data. It requires a strong IT support and a storage hub. Not all businesses can afford this high cost of in-house IT infrastructure and backup support services. For them, cloud computing is a cheaper solution. Perhaps its efficiency in storing data, computation, and less maintenance cost has succeeded to attract even bigger businesses as well. Thanks for watching the video. This was Diksha and Akash. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like it. Also, more videos are lined up on this topic, so stay curious and subscribe.